I wanted a Christmas tree collar. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I bought 2 of these collapsible storage containers at the Dollar Tree that I'm going to turn into a Christmas collar, along with some plaid wrapping paper, and plaid is very in this year for Christmas, and some spray adhesive. So this is all I'm using for this craft. I'm going to open up these bins. This is what they look like. I'm going to cut them, take the bottom out, and I'll show you after that. I've cut one of the boxes open and torn off the bottom. And you can see on the sides, they collapse a little bit. I want to give it a little bit more stability. So I'm going to, this is going to be the inside of the box. I'm going to spray, put a little glue spray here. And take the bottom, the original bottom, and attach it to make this, give this a little bit more stability when it's around the tree. All right? Maybe I might be hot doing this. So it stays. Now I'm going to cut the second one right along the seam. And I have another bottom. And then you just tear out the bottom of the box because you don't need that. And you want this to be opened up. So this is the 2 bins underneath the tree. We've kind of been playing around with them. It's about 23 inches, you know. We could make it smaller. We could make it a lot bigger. We could make it the whole length of the 2, you know, and then you could just tie them together. And now I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover these to make it more Christmassy. Hi, so I did end up using hot glue to stabilize, using the bottom that the bin comes with, and stabilizing these side pieces here and here. And I did glue these 2 together so that these are all stable. All right, now this is going to be the inside of the box with these handles on it. We don't need to see those. And now I'm going to attach wrapping paper. This is going to be the outside of the collar that you're going to see around the tree. Now it's very possible that the wrapping paper is going to rip when we go and we put it around the tree, but it's really kind of something that we're just testing out for this year and see how it goes. We'll put some Mod Podge all over this, the outside of our bins, and I'm going to use some spray adhesive, and we're going to lay out some wrapping paper and see how this works. So, smoothing it out. Mod Podge, we got some spray adhesive. So we did use some Mod Podge. We also use a little tape to keep it all in place while we flip it over and take it upstairs and put it under the tree. Okay, let's see how this holds. I like the colors. All right, let's see if this is gonna go together. So here's the finished product. It was $1.25 times 2 for 2 bins, and $1.25 for the wrapping paper. I already had the Mod Podge. I have no idea what I paid for that. We used a little bit of glue, but I'm really happy with the finished product. And, you know, maybe next year I'll redo it and cover it with fabric and, you know, take a little bit more time with it and make something that'll last forever. But I've been wanting a tree collar around my Christmas tree, and I've got one for very, very little cost. Thanks.